Can you guys hear that? Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Ducky. Can you guys hear that? Like, let me turn down the music. This is the cats in the other room. I don't know if you guys can hear them. They're like knocking stuff around. I gave them a box. Good morning, Kelly, LeMay, Pritchard. How are you? Hey, Casey Ray. Good morning. I gave them a box to like play in, and they're sliding it and like running into it and knocking it into like furniture and stuff. But it just literally sounds like somebody's out there moving furniture. It's crazy. I mean, crazy how much noise they make in the morning. They get so excited when I'm awake. It literally sounds like a moving company has come and I'm on my way somewhere else. I'm just sharing to groups really quick. Just give me one moment. Oh, Bobby, I see it under there. Did you hear that? They're like, I think they're like sliding into the box, like running at it and into it because it's like going across the floor. It's like you hear this big crash and then like a shh sound. So dumb. Oh my gosh, they're crazy. It's like the fast. Can you guys hear that? Listen. It sounds like somebody's like robbing my house right now. And then they stop making the music when making the sound when I turn down the music. It's like they know. They're like, shit, he's listening. Let's stop. It's crazy. How are you guys today? It is like rainy and dark here this morning. Like dark, dark, dark. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It just sounds like all hell is breaking loose in the house. Like Gus is up here sitting on my feet underneath the desk. You'd think he was afraid. He's not. He's just really codependent, but that's what I love about him. He's my codependent babies. Just one more moment. I'm still sharing the groups. Just give me a moment. If you guys want to share. If you guys want to share out, I greatly appreciate it. Oh, now the dogs are getting involved. They're going out there to regulate. They're not going to allow noises like that. Not in our house, they say. I feel a bit better today. It's funny. I'm interested. I talked to Ducky yesterday after yesterday's forecast. I was really tired and out of it, and I checked that Schumann resonance thing because what I noticed last year when I was in Mexico that it seemed like every day that I was like really tired and drained, that thing was high. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it sounds like a lot is going on in my other room. I might have to go regulate in there. Did I share the psychic connection? Maybe giving them that box the other day was the biggest mistake. I mean, they like it. It's like, leave it to them to be entertained by a box, but God, they're just tearing it up out there. Wait, what's going on? What am I doing? What is my name? one more and then I'm done, guys, and then I can give you my full attention. Sorry. This is just how it needs to be done. Okay. I think we're all shared out. If we're not, there's nothing I can do about it. How are you guys? So I was just gonna say, yesterday I was feeling really out of it, and I checked that Schumann resonance thing. I don't really understand it. I guess it's like the vibration of the planet or the energy output of the planet. And I was so, like, after I got off the video yesterday, I went and I crawled in bed like I thought I was going to, and I really knocked out. So let's see what the Schumann resonance is today, because I feel better. Like I'm not as tired, even though it's really dark out. Like it's like black outside. Today it's still, I think it's sort of high. It's 67. It was at 74 yesterday or 75 yesterday, but I don't know. Maybe I've adjusted to it. I'm not sure. I'm not even really sure what it means, but I feel like on the days when I'm really out of it, I was like in full-on brain fog yesterday, and I couldn't understand why, because I had slept. Felt like I didn't feel sick or anything, but today I feel a little bit better. Oh, I might have to go take this box away from them. My life. Anyways, how are you guys? Let me read some of this. Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Kelly Kemp. Good morning. I said good morning to Kelly LeMay Pritchard. How are you? It's rainy there too. Good morning, Christina. How are you? Thank you for posting about the new yearly Taroscopes, Ducky. They are on my YouTube channel. If you guys want to watch them, feel free. Slim Shady. What's about Slim Shady? Waka waka Slim Shady. It does sound like, so you can hear it, Kelly. It sounds like they're moving furniture out there. I swear to God. I think it's the box that I've given him. It's just a box from some protein shakes. But it's like a long, thin box, and at first they acted like they weren't interested in it, and then I went out there the other night, and I found one of them sitting inside. He like looked guilty as hell when I walked by him. He was like he didn't want me to catch him enjoying the box. So stupid. And so now, like when I go out there at night for like a little snack or something, I'll find him suspends in the box. But now they're just like sliding the box all around the house. I think they're running at it and sliding through it. I don't know. I opened up both ends so that they can go through it like a tunnel. But they're just making a mess out there. Anyways, I'll let them make a mess. I'll move the furniture. I'll go back out there. The furniture will all be hanging from the ceiling. Whatever. What can we do? So, what was I going to say? So today is Tuesday the 10th. Wow. All right, we're moving through December, guys. It's happening. And I'm going to say, I'm just trying to think of any housekeeping stuff I need to tell you guys. You guys know Wednesdays and Friday nights at 7:30 Central Time, there will be a Charming this week. So those are going on. If you guys want to purchase a Charming, you can do that ahead of time. They really are making a lot of noise out there. If you guys want to do that ahead of time, you certainly can. It will put you into a drawing for a mediumship reading. I did do one of the winner's mediumship readings. I did it for Angel, who's Ducky's daughter. Ducky was there and present for it. They were both on the call live. So they received theirs, and I'm going to do Laura's tonight. Laura Bowen gets hers tonight. But I think what I'm going to do is I am going to keep the names of those that purchased previous Charmings in the last couple of weeks still in the box and add anybody that has purchased. So Lisa Vanderhelm, I know that she's booked for a Charming this week, and anybody else, feel free to either ask me or Ducky. You can message me directly at the business page or this link here. You can just, that I'm typing in there, that Engelgeist link is all the connections to my links. If you're following me on YouTube, please follow me on Facebook and vice versa. So if you're not following me on YouTube and you're watching me on Facebook and you have a YouTube account, please, I greatly would appreciate it if you would go over and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you're notified when you go live. I would love to, sort of move my focus. Are you okay, bud? I would love to sort of move my focus over to YouTube, but and get away from all of this posting to group stuff in Facebook. But for now, it seems like the majority of my audience is on Facebook, which is fine. But I would love it if you guys cross-pollinated. I'm just trying to gain subscriptions over on YouTube. So that would be a huge help to the channel if you want. And I'm also trying to like gain actual real viewers, people that are interested in what I do, that tune in. So my name is Dan, and this is Engelgeist. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. All the bulldogs have just shown up. We have the Bulldog Patrol in the office. Just show you. The entire Bulldog Patrol has shown up to regulate. There they are, ready to go. Look at them, famous. Look at them. Look at them. They look all sheepish. So they are all here. That's a blessing. We can feel safe now that the Bulldogs are all here. Uh, and what was I saying? Welcome to anybody that's new that's watching on the channel, and welcome to all of those that are returning. Thank you. I appreciate it. All of your views and help and support is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much. And I want to also say that. Thank you, Rose. Rose says she loves them. Heart. Thank you. Seriously, it is the month of December, and I know that November is Thanksgiving, but I want to give thanks back to you guys for this entire year, just for the support that you've given me, and for the viewership, and for the tuning in, and the community that's around the Facebook group. I just really appreciate it. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't really be doing this. You know, there'd be no point. So I just want to acknowledge that and say thank you. And that's it. Let's kind of do our breath work for the morning, you guys. If you're ready, I'm ready to get started. Like I said, I feel a little bit more connected, or at least mentally present. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten up at 5 in the morning and sat around for 4 hours before doing the forecast yesterday. But let's do our breath work. For those of you that are new, we like to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, down into the belly. We hold at the top of the breath. And as we release the breath out of the mouth, we want to give thanks first for the body, then the mind, then the spirit. And the idea and the concept behind this is just to sort of intend. We don't have to force anything. We don't have to change anything. We don't have to struggle against anything. We want to do it with ease and sort of grace. But we intend to sort of bring those 3 components of ourselves into alignment with each other, or into support of each other, or into sort of ease and grace with one another. So let's just start there. And those of you that know the other stuff, like calling in your energy and the things that we've kind of done over the past few broadcasts, you can certainly feel free to do that on your own. The idea is you guys do this practice on your own throughout your day, or whatever, or even before signing on. That would be great. So let's close our eyes and get comfortable. I like to just sort of touch my body, bring my attention back to the present moment, bring myself here, get my attention off the cats in the box and the noises in the living room, bring it right here so I can be here and present with you guys right now. So I'm going to take in the first breath. Let's inhale through our nose, deep into the belly. And hold. Begin to emanate that light from your heart chakra, or wherever you feel most comfortable. And allow that light to just sort of spread out into your body. This light is your spirit. And release that breath, letting go of anything that is outdated, that you don't want, that you don't need, that doesn't serve you anymore, that is not set an optimum vibration for you today. Just let go of that energy. And again, giving thanks for the body, for all that it does for us. Even if we have sort of preconceived notions about our body, let's not entertain those right now, and let's just give thanks for our body as it is right now in this present moment. There's a power in that. There's a healing that takes place in that if we can actually do that. And for those of you that can't actually do that, that's okay. Okay? Just be okay with that and just try. Just say, thank you, body, for everything that you do for me. Let's take in that second breath. And hold. Emanate that light even further, all the way to the outside edges of your body, to the tips of your fingers, the top of your head, the bottom of your toes, bottoms of your feet. Just see that light shining bright. And release that breath. Letting go of anything that we don't need, any energy that's out of date, as I've said. And giving thanks for the mind and for all that it does for us. Even sometimes when it feels like it's our own worst enemy. understanding that it's just trying to protect us or help us or keep us safe at most of those, moments when we feel like we're at odds with our own mind. But bringing that mind into sort of an ease and grace with the body, seeing them in connection with one another and in support of one another, right? And if you can't see that right out of the gate, that's okay. But just knowing that that's going on or intending for that to happen can be very, very powerful magic. It just sort of sets the vibration, sets the intention for that to begin to take place in our space. Let's take in that third breath. And hold, emanate that light out past the body into your auric field, letting it shine 360 degrees around us, filling that auric field, align your chakras or allow them to balance, and release that breath, letting go of any tension, any stress, any worry. We can always bring that back into our space later when we want to worry about it. And let's say thank you to the soul or the spirit, right? The component of ourself that we probably are hopefully here to visit this morning, right? Let's bring it into alignment with our mind and our body and see them in support in equality, utilizing all three together like a well-oiled machine, in balance and in harmony. See them embracing, supporting each other, connected to one another as a complete whole, as the divine trinity that is within each and every one of us. And when you feel complete and you feel like ready to open your eyes, do so. For those of you that called back your energy, if you did that, you also want to release your energy back into your space right now, if you can. Might have to do some sort of a class on this, I don't know. We'll see. Depends on if there's an interest. Not necessarily like a class, but just like an energy work thing where those of us that attend regularly and want to learn all the secrets and want to be able to do it on our own. I would love to be able to do this video in the morning without having to do this, because I think it takes a little bit of time. I like that we do it, and for new viewers, I would like to be able to maybe do it once a week to catch them up on what we do. But it would be nice, not that I want to be free of doing the breath work, I just think the videos are like 45 minutes long. So anyways, now we get into the forecasting part. This reading is for everybody, right? This reading is for the greater collective. I ask Spirit, I'm shuffling the cards right now, I connect to Spirit and I ask Spirit to please give me the cards that are going to best give us the insight that we need today for our own highest good, for all of us, right? This is the greater collective. We all come from that collective. We all, when we pass and we go back to Spirit, I believe that this is my personal belief. We go back to that collective, right? So this is information that to me, I feel like benefits us all in some way, shape, or form if we choose to accept it. Now, if this isn't something that resonates with you today, that's okay. It may not be on your list of things to do, or it may not be within your vibe. You can take what you like and leave the rest. But I believe that Spirit has a way of reaching a lot of us all at once when we allow it to, through each and every one of us. Right? So I'm asking Spirit for the cards that we need to be aware of or know about today for December 10th, 2019, for those of us that watch both now, live, and any time in the future. Therefore, this reading is timeless. So if you're realizing, hey, wait a second, it's not December 10th, 2019, but this is on my YouTube, that's okay. Spirit may want you to watch this. So there might be a message in this for you. I believe Spirit is that powerful and that capable. And the crazy thing is, guys, we all have a spirit too. We might be that powerful and that capable. Think about it. I feel like I'm in a funny mood today. I feel good. It's so dark outside. I should show you guys how dark it is. It literally feels like nighttime outside. But I'm not letting that get me down. All right. Let's see where we're at today. We've had some beautiful cards. I have to say, yesterday I was feeling a bit rusty on my read. It was not my best work. Sunday, I felt like it was a beautiful read, and I was very excited by it. Ooh, interesting. This is a interesting card for today. Now I'm going to flip the cameras. This is a new card to us. This is also a very new deck. We started with it on December 1st. This is the Rust Belt Arcana deck, and it's beautiful. I love how it's made and created, but this is the Nine of Swords. And this is all about, to me, the minute I see it, the word down, all of those thorns are what really stick out to me right out of the gate. Excuse me. That's the first thing that caught my attention with this. But they have a little meaning at the bottom, and if you see that, it says grief. Okay? And the Nine of Swords is always about sort of to me, nines are, one step closer to a 10, and tens are always about completion. When I look at this, swords deals with the element of air and the intellect. And so when I think about the swords, it's like, where are our thoughts? Where are we possibly grieving today? Where are we possibly stuck today? When I look at this poor mouse, he feels stuck to me. He almost feels like he's hanging on one of these thorns. It makes me sort of sad, to be honest, because I feel like maybe he's impaled himself by accident by trying to run along this branch. Excuse me, a sip of coffee might be in order. I do feel like this, though, guys. We're not alone in this. When I look at this beautiful, I don't know what kind of what kind of bird this is. I do know it's a bird this morning. I feel like this bird is here to sort of assist us, but maybe we can't see it at this time. If there's some of us that either are watching now that feel like we're suffering mentally, or stuck on something that's maybe making us feel down, a little bit stuck, focusing on things that might not feel so friendly right now. Maybe we woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. But what I do want to say here is that we do have assistance if we open ourselves up to it. Now, this assistance could be actual physical assistance from, say, a friend or a loved one. This could also be spiritual assistance, it being a bird. To me, birds often signify like the element of spirit. I think that like our angels, our spirit guides will send us birds at opportune times to sort of remind us of, whether or not we're on the right path. A lot of times I see those gray mourning doves, and I think of my grandmother who passed. I think that that's her saying hello to me when I see those birds. So to me, that's how spirit works through birds for me. So I interpret this a little bit of this could be actual physical assistance that's available to us if we just sort of allow ourselves to be helped and become aware of that in our space. This could also be, as I said, spiritual or soul-based assistance if we turn ourselves towards it and acknowledge it and allow it in. 1 second. Turn on the honey. Don't scratch your ears. We'll do your ears after the broadcast. So, the other thing I do want to say about this card, even though it is the grief card, this is not like a sad card in the sense that I don't think that this card feels to me like we should be like, oh, bummer, it's grief. It's not about that. To me, I actually feel like there's a hope in this card because it is a 9 card. It says to me that we're getting close to a completion cycle with whatever this is that we are hung up on, guys. This 9 feels like we've maybe been dealing with this thing for a long time. I love that this branch, to me, it brings us to that place of that tree. I've been on this damn tree. That tree that we saw with the woodpecker. We saw the tree with the woodpeckers. We also saw the tree with the with Sundays. Was it Sunday or was it the Sunday before? I can't remember. No, this Sunday was the beautiful flower, and then justice. So it was like last week, but that tree that had all of the branches in it. This is like another aspect of this tree, right? This is a branch on that tree that I feel like is the thorns in our mind, right? And this is us sort of doing that work in the wintertime because this tree is stark. It doesn't have any leaves on it. Sort of remember when I was saying that we needed to, that tree, I think it was the Sunday previous, guys. I hate to go too far back because I know some of you are new to me and maybe don't understand what I'm talking about. But that tree was all about sort of this stark realization of who we really are and what's really going on, and all of the nests in that tree were sort of little pockets of where life is and ideas are and inspiration might lie within us. where maybe our fears are, or where areas where we might need to work. Do we want to give attention to that space, or do we want to, maybe let that thing go? And this feels like an aspect of that tree where these are areas that we're working on that we want to let go, areas that cause us grief, that cause us pain, that have been maybe here for a while, that we've sort of been dealing in. But we're moving into 2020, and there gets to be new opportunities where we get to not only start thinking different, like, but it's a whole new decade. We get to like almost reset the clock, it feels like to me. And so I see hope in this grief card, in the sense that it is a Nine of Swords, that we do have help, that we are aware that maybe we're stuck or we're hanging, and that in and of itself is a huge step. Like, I'm going to use a little bit, speaking of steps, I'm going to use a little bit of recovery analogy with this card today, as far as, AA recovery, is like admitting you have a problem is half the battle, right? And so to me, this mouse knows he's sort of screwed. He's kind of hanging there. So, any of you that feel like you're hanging there or feeling stuck in your life or your situation, or maybe feeling haunted by some negative thoughts or limiting thoughts, or feeling like your situation has got you pinned, or whatever it may be, right? The acknowledgement of, hey, this isn't working for me, hey, this isn't comfortable, hey, I'm not feeling this anymore, I don't want to do this to myself anymore, help, is actually a good acknowledgement. It's actually an okay thing. And I want to say this too, letting in that help in whatever form that it takes, be it our own spirit, or say an outside source, a friend, a coworker, a family member, or a loved one, like a partner, or even if it's like just our own spirit guides, if it's a more spiritual aspect, this bird represents something more spiritual to you, the allowing of that in, the acknowledging of the need for that help, and then like almost turning this mouse around to it and allowing that help to, I feel like this bird could just bring its beak down, pluck him by the scruff of his neck, and lift him right up onto the branch, and he can run along and get out of these thorns. Does that make sense? So to me, I feel like wherever we may be, if it feels a little sticky, but no pun intended, if it feels a little sticky today, that's okay. If we feel like we're grieving a little bit today, or feel a little bit sad, that's okay. Certainly the weather is a little bit depressing where I'm at, and I think that Kelly Pritchard said it was rainy and gross where she was. So if that's getting us down today, I think that that's a little bit okay, because it is an opportunity for us to maybe look at where these thorns are in our mind, where these thoughts are that like sort of pin us or get us stuck. They stop us from moving forward. What I do feel like though is, because this is a 9, and I really want to express this to you guys today, that this work is important and key, and we are moving forward in these thoughts, even if they don't feel so great for some of us, right? So for those of you that might tune in later, or that are watching right now where you're saying, I feel a little bit miserable, I feel like this mouse that's sort of stuck here, it's okay. I think that it's this is an opportunity for us to grow. This is an opportunity for us to really consciously make the decision to either turn around, unstick ourselves, and receive the assistance that we need, or for those of you that maybe already are receiving that assistance, helping yourself out of this own situation, and really, how do I want to say this? Like almost taking the situation by the balls and shifting it, right? Really making that conscious decision, because this is about the mind. The swords is the element of air, the intellect, and the mind. So we get to choose where we are. And hey, this is interesting. Are we choosing to be the stuck mouse? Or can we choose to be the bird and just like sort of alight off of the branch and fly away? Right? So I also see two different options here of how we hold ourselves in our world. Are we stuck and dying on our thoughts and our grief? Or do we allow that assistance in, or transform ourselves and understand that we can have our grief and the remembrance of that, right? And the experience of that, and the that is part of who we are, but we can depart from it at any point in time. I mean, this bird could pick up this mouse by the scruff and just fly off. Okay, so that's what I see in this card. I feel like this 9 is a beautiful card in the sense that Sometimes we have to like sort of sit and face our stuff. Sometimes we have to get stuck. It's okay. Don't judge yourself. Don't get upset. This is actually, to me, feeling like we're stepping closer to completing some of these behaviors that have maybe given us a little bit of misery over time, and it's time to like really look at them and become aware of them so that we can stop doing them. All right. So that's my Nine of Swords card. Let's go to the Song of My Heart deck. This deck, again, I said, is the Rust Belt Arcana. You can follow him, one of the artists, David Wilson. You can follow him. He's a very talented artist. On Instagram at DownpourDW for David Wilson. On Instagram, you can follow his work there. He has a daily cartoon that he does. He's a really wonderful guy. He messaged me on YouTube. He somehow found my unboxing video of this deck, and I thought that was really cool. And he messaged me directly saying how much he liked the video. I thought it was very neat. This other deck that I'm using is called The Song of My Heart. It's by an artist that goes by the handle of Hand Me That Pencil on Instagram. You can definitely follow her. And what was I going to say? Both videos, both unboxing videos that I will link at the end of this video once I upload it or once it, finishes from live to being on my YouTube channel. I will have the links to the unboxing videos in the descriptions of those videos is the links to purchase these decks. If these decks are something that you want to work with or that you want to get a closer look at or that you want to pull, I feel like these decks are extremely inspirational and really beautiful in their execution. And I really feel like with Song of My Heart, this deck that has it's more of an affirmation oracle deck that I'm using right now, it's really empowering, very beautifully done, and I think that it would be a beautiful deck where either of these decks would be beautiful to pull a card from every day for yourself. But with Song of My Heart, there's a little phrase on each of them, but each one, even this image here with the word grief gives us something to ponder today, correct? So that's available to you. So please follow them on Instagram for those of you that are on Instagram. You can also follow me on Instagram at Engelgeist333. I'm over there. I'm new to that, so you can support me in that way too. So this says, I practice self-acceptance. The sparkling black iron sands of Pina Beach teach me that differences are my beauty. I love her. I love how Justine is the name of the artist, right? I love how she's incorporated this beautiful blend of not only nature, but like this feminine aspect, these sort of naked bodies of women in this sort of vulnerable state, yet she incorporates within their bodies the element of the sort of the strength of nature. I don't know what it is about this deck, but it really speaks to me. It really is gorgeous. And I feel like that's what I'm getting from this card today when it talks about practicing self-acceptance, is that this is similar to, we've been looking at these women with this hair and how I feel like this hair is sort of their not only their protection, but it also signifies like their experience, like the knowledge base that we have, the how our hair grows through the years and is with us. And I'm getting this vibe from this too, from this card. It's sort of like she's moved it aside. We had that one card on Sunday where the hair was half in her face. What was that card? It was I explore new ideas. So I feel like we're pulling that hair aside and like clearing our vision and able to see. And as we're able to see with both eyes straight ahead, that we can practice more self-acceptance. And in doing so, it allows us to look at the thorns that maybe are residing in our mind or the grief that maybe is residing in our space, and allowing ourselves to find a level of self-acceptance around that so that we might be able to change it, transform it, step away from it, acknowledge it, and let it go, right? And there's this beautiful thing here where, as I'm looking at this card, we have this she gives honor to the black sands of Pima Beach, right? I think that's Pina, P-I-N-A. Let me make sure I don't. Yeah, Pina, P-I-N-A, like pineapple kind of. Pina Beach. I love that all of these emotions are here, right? This water of the beach, the ocean. To me, this is the waters and the emotions of maybe some of this grief that we have in this card. And that we need to remember that those waters sort of ebb and flow like the tides. They'll come in stronger on some days, and then they'll depart on us on other days. And maybe today is one of those days where those things are a little bit more with us today, but that's okay. We're at this Nine of Swords, which means we're coming close to a completion with this stuff. We can allow ourselves to complete with this. We also, I'm looking at this card here. Sorry if I feel a little bit all over the place, you guys, but I am looking at the water of this emotion on her body, and then I'm looking at the strength of this rock. And so we can be strong like that rock and sort of be within our emotions and be surrounded by them and be okay by them and practice self-acceptance and become stronger because of it. And I love that she's so sort of like, again, I keep acknowledging the sort of vulnerability in the naked body aspect of this deck. But I love how the artist has done this, because to me, I really truly believe that, and I've said this a couple of times since using this deck, that the truest form of strength is found in vulnerability. And when we're able to be our true selves, our naked, you know, show all aspects of ourselves and thus like sort of be naked either emotionally or mentally or, you know, every aspect of ourselves, when we're able to do that and share that and not be afraid or worried and self-accept that, right? Practice that self-acceptance and own that, we really truly are at our strongest point. You know, this to me, this Nine of Swords says to me, embrace some of those things. Like today we gave thanks to the mind. We give thanks to the mind every day when we do the 3 breaths. Today we give that thanks, because even when we are worrying ourselves or when we're, you know, being self-critical of ourselves, I'm not saying we want to be self-critical, right? We want to be self-accepting, but we need to find gratitude even for that. Find some humor in that, or oh my gosh, I am my own worst critic. I cannot believe I did that to myself today. Like lighten it up a little bit. Learn to be, even if that's the self-acceptance that you explore, right? But as you open that door little by little to give yourself that credence, you start to let go of that thorny path that you may be on, or those ideas or those self-deprecating thoughts that really do sort of just cause us nothing but pain, right? We get enough of that information from the outside world, right? That invalidation. If we continue to invalidate ourselves, then, you know, we can't expect the world to finally validate us at some point. So now I'm going for the grounding stone. And we have our grounding stone today. This is just a thought or an idea to sort of ground in today as you're going throughout the day and with these 2 cards in mind. And this thought is beautiful. It is miracle. And it's on carnelian. And to me, this takes me straight to this place of the first chakra. And I love that the red of the first chakra, the stones that are in the grounding stone bag are of different colors. But the red one always makes me think of like the root chakra. So grounding through our actual, the chakra that we would really want to ground through. But ground in the idea of the miracles, the miracles that we can create through our own self-acceptance. The miracles that we can create in sort of allowing this bird to maybe pick us up and plant us, you know, fly us away from whatever's going on in our mind, whatever grief we may be feeling. Acknowledging that grief as a teacher, and acknowledging it from a place of gratitude and for the miracle that it is, right? That all of this really is a miracle. The fact that we're even on this planet is a miracle. The fact that we have an opportunity to wake up every morning is a miracle. Finding the miracles in all of these things puts you into that place of gratitude. It puts you into that place that makes self-acceptance a little bit easier. It puts you into that place where you can feel stronger in your space and feel more able to stand as you are, where you are, in the given moment, as, you know, wherever you're at. And from there, then you can sort of utilize this help or remove yourself from whatever grief or grieving that you might be doing. Now, I'm not saying that, to me, I'm going long on this one, sorry guys, but to me, I also want to acknowledge the fact that grief is a very valid and important emotion. And with grief comes release and comes acceptance, and also from grief can come very intense, deep amounts of gratitude. And so I'm not trying to tell anybody to run from their grief. I want to be very clear on this. I don't know if this is for anybody that's watching me live right now or somebody that's going to tune in later that's going to maybe see this and be moved by this reading. But I feel very compelled, like right now, to tell at least one person that watches this video that your grief is not your enemy. That's this practicing of self-acceptance and understanding that maybe whatever is going on for you could actually be the miracle that you need, and the healing, it's inducing this sort of healing and bringing you to this place of self-acceptance, right? I look at this water churning around like sort of the fourth chakra, the third chakra, the second chakra. It's all in her lower body, right? These emotions. But she has this strength here that's also around her fourth chakra, right? So when we don't avoid it and we stand strong, we look at it and we face it in our vulnerability and we sort of practice that self-acceptance around it. It's okay if we're grieving. It's okay if we have wonky thoughts that like sort of fuck us up at times, right? Excuse my language. We're human. Accept it. Oh, my dog totally just busted a fart. I hope you guys didn't hear that. Anyway, we're human. And so is my dog, apparently. Well, she's not human, but she makes mistakes too. But, where just allow yourself that grace today is what I want to say. Allow yourself the miracle of that grace, and allow yourself to, if you need to be in your grief today, it's okay. When you're ready to remove yourself or move beyond it, that's available to you today or this week. This is part of that healing for hibiscus flower that we saw in the early part of the week. This is also a nice bridge reading towards that justice card that we saw for the midweek, right? So I feel like she's getting ready. If we get a girl tomorrow with her hair pinned up, like that justice card that we saw in Sunday's reading, I will pee my pants, probably. And watch, now that I've said it, it will probably happen. But explore the miracles today. Look at everything as if it were a miracle today. Remember that you are a miracle today. That your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, each and every one, even if they feel negative or annoying, can be miracles. Because they're showing you what you don't want. They're showing you through your feelings and your emotions and your uncomfortability what you need or what you desire or what you deserve. And it's really through self-acceptance and through gratitude that we're able to give that to ourselves. Okay? So I am going to switch cameras. I'm going to leave you all with that. That is your forecast for the day. I hope that was an improvement than yesterday's. I was a little off yesterday, guys. I was just such in a brain fog. It was crazy. I got off the phone with Ducky, and I was like, "Ah." So I had to call her like right after I got off. And I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just feel out of it. So that is your guy. Oh, thank you, Rose. Rose says tears of joy and validation. Awesome, Rose. Thank you. And it's okay. Like, this 9 really speaks to me in the sense that we are coming to terms with this, and we don't have to run from it anymore. So if you are feeling any grief, that's okay, and it's okay to acknowledge it and accept it. And I feel it sometimes too, and sometimes I can't run from it. I've spent my entire life running from my feelings a lot of the times, and now it's like no more. If I feel bad, I have to talk about it. If I feel bad, I have to sleep with it, stay with it. I cuddle my dogs a little bit extra. I do whatever it takes to, acknowledge it and then just take care of myself. I'm human. So I hope you guys understand that today and see the miracle in that and the beauty in that. And I don't want to get sad, but I just want to say thank you to all of you for supporting me this last year. I mean, like, I don't know, maybe it's just because it's December and it's that time of year. Maybe it's because, we're going into 2020, but I am grateful for each and every one of you guys that tune in and watch, even if it's once a week or whenever. I really, really appreciate it, and it's why I do it. and it gives me hope that I'm actually making some difference in the world in a positive way. So I hope that's the case, and you guys, I hope that you guys are able to do the same, you know, in your own worlds. Like make positivity in your own world. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow in the morning for the forecast. And I will see you in the night for the charming. And please like, share, comment, subscribe. And those of you that watch me regularly, you know what to do. But those of you that are new, feel free to like and share the video. I greatly appreciate each and every share that I get, and comments and stuff like that. All right, you guys. Rose says, I am a believer. Hey, Jen Nichols, how are you? Yeah. Feel and heal. Exactly, Jen Nichols. We can't run from it. We can't. I spent a long time and a lot of money on drugs trying to run from it. Many moons ago. Drunk and crazy and breaking windows and acting a fool, trying not to feel my feelings. No bueno. No bueno. All right, you guys, have a great day. For those of you that are watching in replay, thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and I will look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. All right? All right, bye, you guys. I love you. Take care.